Hello everyone, it's Dr. Oz. Today, we're going to talk about a place we visit every single day, multiple times a day, the bathroom. It's our private sanctuary, a place where we start our mornings and wind down at night. We brush our teeth, take our showers, prepare for the day ahead. But what if I told you that some of your most common, seemingly harmless habits in this very room could be setting you up for trouble? It's true. Simple mistakes, things we do without a second thought, can turn this space of cleanliness into a breeding ground for germs and a stage for unexpected accidents. We often think we know the basics of bathroom hygiene. Wash your hands, keep things tidy, and you're good to go. But the devil is truly in the details. From the way you flush the toilet, to where you place your phone, small actions can have big consequences for your health and the health of your family. These aren't just old wives' tales. They are backed by science. The bathroom environment, with its inherent moisture and purpose, is a perfect storm for bacteria and viruses to thrive. Understanding these hidden dangers is the first step toward transforming your bathroom into the truly healthy space it should be. Think about your routine this morning. Did you bring your phone with you while you used the toilet? Did you leave the toilet lid up when you flushed? Did you grab the same hand towel your entire family has been using all week? Each of these actions, while seemingly insignificant, contributes to a web of potential health risks. We're talking about the spread of germs like E. coli and norovirus, the risk of fungal infections, and even physical injuries from preventable slips and falls. It's time to pull back the curtain on these everyday missteps and learn how to do things the right way. Throughout our discussion today, we're not just going to point out the problems. That's not my style. We are going to empower you with simple, practical solutions that you can implement immediately. Let's get started on this journey to better bathroom habits together. Your health is worth it. Let's start with the absolute cornerstone of hygiene, washing your hands. We've been told to do it since we were children, yet it's one of the most frequently fumbled steps in the bathroom routine. A quick rinse under water for 2 seconds simply doesn't cut it. To effectively remove germs, you need soap, water, and time. The CDC recommends scrubbing for at least 20 seconds. That's the equivalent of singing happy birthday to yourself twice. This friction and the chemical action of the soap are what lift away the dirt, grease, and the microscopic pathogens that can make you sick. I remember a story from a viewer named Sarah. She was a busy mom of 2, who admitted she often just did a quick splash and go after using the bathroom. During one particularly hectic week, her entire family came down with a severe stomach bug. It spread like wildfire from one person to the next, causing days of misery. After consulting her doctor, they traced the likely culprit back to a simple lapse in hygiene. Sarah realized that in her rush, she had likely transferred germs from the bathroom to the kitchen, contaminating food, surfaces, and starting a chain reaction of illness in her own home. This story is a powerful reminder that what happens in the bathroom doesn't always stay in the bathroom. Your hands are the primary vehicles for transporting germs. When you don't wash them properly, you carry invisible hitchhikers with you. These germs can end up on doorknobs, light switches, your phone, your face, and the food you prepare for your loved ones. So, let's commit to a better way. Make proper hand washing a non-negotiable ritual. Use warm water, plenty of soap, and really get in there. Lather the backs of your hands between your fingers, under your nails. These are the places where germs love to hide. After you've scrubbed for your full 20 seconds, rinse thoroughly and dry your hands with a clean towel. Making this small change is one of the single most effective things you can do to protect yourself and your family from getting sick. It's simple, it's fast, and it's your first line of defense. Now, let's talk about a very modern problem. The bathroom becoming a second office or entertainment center. I'm talking about taking your smartphone with you to the toilet. It seems harmless enough. Catch up on emails, scroll through social media, or play a quick game. However, this habit is one of the most unhygienic things you can do. Your phone, with its warm surface and the countless times you touch it, is already a magnet for germs. When you bring it into the bathroom, you are placing it directly in the line of fire. Think about the toilet plume. When you flush, the force of the water aerosolizes microscopic particles of waste and bacteria, launching them into the air. These particles can travel up to 6 feet and settle on every single surface in the vicinity, including the phone resting on your lap or on a nearby counter. This means your device can get coated in fecal matter, carrying germs like E. coli, C. difficile, norovirus. You then proceed to carry that phone with you all day, touching it constantly, holding it up to your face and even placing it on the dinner table. You are essentially creating a mobile germ delivery system. I heard from a man named David who developed a persistent skin infection around his mouth and on his cheek. He and his dermatologist were stumped for weeks. They reviewed his skincare products, his diet, his laundry detergent, but nothing seemed to be the cause. Finally, the doctor asked him about his phone habits. David confessed he spent a lot of time on his phone in the bathroom. A swab of his phone revealed a high concentration of bacteria commonly found in bathrooms. He was unknowingly transferring these germs to his face every time he took a call, leading to the recurring infection. The solution here is refreshingly simple. Declare the bathroom a no-phone zone. Leave your device in another room. If you need something to occupy your mind for those few minutes, grab a magazine, grab a book that stays exclusively in the bathroom. If you absolutely must have your phone with you for an emergency, place it as far away from the toilet as possible, and make a point to disinfect it thoroughly with an appropriate electronic safe wipe as soon as you leave the bathroom. Breaking this habit is a huge step toward better personal hygiene. Let's move on to something soft and cuddly that can be hiding a dirty secret: your bathroom towels. We use them to dry our clean bodies, so they must be clean too, right? Not necessarily. Every time you use a towel, you transfer dead skin cells, natural oils, moisture. This creates the perfect breeding ground for bacteria, mold, mildew, especially in a warm, damp bathroom. A towel that smells even slightly musty is a clear sign microbes have made themselves at home. Sharing towels, even with family members, compounds this problem exponentially. You're not just sharing a piece of cloth, you're sharing your personal microbiome, including bacteria, fungi, viruses. This can lead to skin conditions like acne, athlete's foot, and even more serious infections like staph, MRSA. A family in Chicago learned this the hard way when their teenage son developed a stubborn case of ringworm. It soon spread to their daughter. They were treating the infection but couldn't figure out why it kept recurring until they realized everyone was using the same hand towels, bath towels interchangeably. The problem isn't just about sharing, it's also about reuse. Using the same bath towel for a week straight is a common practice, but it's not a healthy one. After just a few uses, the bacterial load on your towel can skyrocket. You could be rubbing millions of bacteria back onto your clean skin each time you dry off, which can lead to clogged pores, skin irritation, and infections, especially if you have any small cuts or scrapes. The same goes for hand towels, which are often the most contaminated items in the bathroom since they are used by multiple people and rarely get a chance to dry completely between uses. The fix is a system. Assign each person in your household their own color-coded towels or personalized towels. This simple visual cue eliminates any confusion and prevents accidental sharing. Bath towels should be washed after every 3 to 4 uses, and hand towels should be swapped out every 1 to 2 days or even daily in a busy household. Most importantly, always hang your towels up to dry completely between uses. Spreading them out on a towel bar is much better than hanging them on a hook, as it allows air to circulate freely and prevents that damp environment where germs love to multiply. We've touched on the dangers of phones, but let's broaden the topic to an age-old habit: lingering on the toilet. Whether it's with a smartphone, a magazine, or even the back of a shampoo bottle, a lot of people spend more time sitting on the porcelain throne than is really necessary. While it might feel like a moment of peace and quiet, this prolonged sitting can actually have some surprisingly negative health consequences that go beyond just, germ exposure. The design of a toilet seat just isn't meant for long-term comfort or support. It's really designed for a very specific and brief purpose. When you sit on the toilet for an extended period, let's say more than 10 to 15 minutes, you are putting a significant amount of pressure on the veins in your lower rectum and anus. The way the toilet bowl is shaped, with the seat creating a ring and your bottom hanging in the open space, actually allows blood to pool in these veins. This sustained pressure can cause them to swell and become inflamed, leading to a very common and uncomfortable condition: hemorrhoids. These can cause pain, itching, and even bleeding. So the simple act of scrolling through your newsfeed could be directly contributing to this painful problem. A viewer named Mark wrote to me about his experience. He was a healthy man in his early 40s who had developed chronic issues with painful hemorrhoids. He had tried creams and dietary changes with little success. During a consultation, his doctor asked him about his bathroom habits. Mark admitted that he treated his morning bathroom visit as his quiet time, often spending 20 to 30 minutes reading the news on his tablet. The doctor explained that this single habit was likely the primary cause of his persistent problem. It was a complete revelation for Mark, who had never connected the two things before. The advice here is pretty straightforward. The toilet is not a chair. Your time in the bathroom should be efficient. Aim to be in and out in under 5 minutes. If you find that you're consistently needing more time to have a bowel movement, it could be a sign of constipation. In that case, the solution isn't to sit and strain longer, it's to address the root cause. Focus on increasing the fiber in your diet with more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, drink plenty of water throughout the day, and incorporate regular physical activity into your routine. These lifestyle changes will help things move more smoothly, making prolonged toilet time unnecessary. Let's pivot from germs and hygiene to a major safety hazard that's present in every single bathroom: water. Slips and falls in the bathroom are incredibly common and can lead to serious injuries: bruises, sprains, broken bones, head trauma. The combination of hard surfaces like tile, porcelain with water, soap, steam creates a dangerously slippery environment. A simple puddle of water left on the floor after a shower can become an invisible booby trap just waiting for an unsuspecting person to step on it. This is especially dangerous for children, older adults. I'll never forget the story of a grandmother, Jean, who was visiting her family. After her grandson took a bath, he splashed a good amount of water onto the tile floor and no one thought to wipe it up immediately. Later that evening, Jean went into the bathroom not noticing the clear puddle on the white floor. Her feet went right out from under her. The fall resulted in a fractured hip, an injury that required major surgery and a long, painful rehabilitation. It was a life-altering event for her, all because of a little bit of water that was left unattended for just a few hours. This kind of accident is, unfortunately, tragically common. According to the CDC, about 235,000 people over the age of 15 visit emergency rooms each year because of injuries suffered in the bathroom, and nearly 14% of these are hospitalized. Many of these incidents are directly related to slipping on wet surfaces. It's not just about puddles on the floor, it's also about getting in and out of a wet tub or shower. The risk is real and it's present every single time we bathe. Taking preventative measures is not just a good idea, it's an absolute necessity for a safe home environment. Protecting yourself and your family really requires a multi-pronged approach. First, invest in high-quality non-slip bath mats and place them outside your shower or tub. Inside the tub or on the shower floor, use non-slip decals or a suction cup mat to provide better grip. Make it a household rule to immediately wipe up any splashes or spills on the floor. For added safety, especially in homes with seniors, consider installing grab bars in and around the shower and near the toilet. These simple additions provide crucial support and can be the difference between a close call and a trip to the emergency room. We all clean our bathrooms, but are we cleaning them effectively? A quick wipe down with a sponge might make things look shiny, but it may not remove harmful bacteria and viruses. If you use the same sponge or cloth to wipe the counter, the sink, then the toilet area, you could be doing more harm than good. This is cross-contamination, like giving germs a free taxi ride from the toilet to everywhere else. Let's talk tools. That old sponge by your sink, it's one of the germiest items, porous and damp, a 5-star hotel for bacteria. Wiping a clean countertop with that sponge can deposit more germs than you remove. Feather dusters just fling dust and allergens into the air, only for it to settle back down. Effective cleaning isn't just appearance, it's removal and disinfection. You need the right tools and the right technique. Maria and Ben cleaned every weekend but kept getting sick. They used 1 bucket of water and 1 cloth for the whole room. Mirror, counter, sink, shower, toilet, all with the same grimy water and cloth. They were basically painting their bathroom with invisible toilet germs every week. To clean like a pro, have a system. Start clean and move to dirty. Begin with mirrors, walls, then the shower, countertops, the sink, and save the toilet for last. Use separate cloths or paper towels for the toilet area. Use an EPA-approved disinfectant. Let it sit for the recommended dwell time, often several minutes, before wiping. Please retire that old sponge. Use microfiber cloths laundered in hot water, or disposable disinfectant wipes. We've arrived at one of the most important and honestly most overlooked habits in the entire bathroom: closing the toilet lid before you flush. It may seem trivial, but it's a critical action for bathroom hygiene. The act of flushing creates a powerful aerosol effect known as the toilet plume. Turbulent water shoots a fine mist of microscopic droplets up into the air. Urine, feces, germs. That plume can spray several feet and linger long enough to settle on surfaces. Imagine it in slow motion. You flush an open toilet and an invisible geyser erupts. Those germ-laden particles land on your toothbrush, your towels, your contact lens case, and the countertop. A study in the American Journal of Infection Control found infectious viruses can persist in the air for over an hour after an open toilet flush. So every time you enter after someone flushes with the lid up, you could walk through a cloud of microscopic contaminants and breathe them in. It's gross, but it's the scientific reality. I got a letter from a woman who kept a spotless home, but her husband always left the lid up. She suffered allergies at home, runny nose, itchy eyes. During a renovation, a plumber mentioned closing the lid to stop germ spread. Light bulb moment. They tried a 2-week experiment closing the lid every time. Her allergy symptoms almost disappeared. She'd likely been reacting to aerosolized bathroom bacteria. This is the easiest fix in the book. It costs nothing and needs no special equipment. It's just a simple behavior change. Make close before you flush a hard household rule. Put a small reminder note on the wall in front of the toilet. Teach kids this habit from potty training onward. This tiny action dramatically reduces fecal bacteria and viruses in your bathroom, keeping your toothbrushes cleaner, towels cleaner, and the air you breathe cleaner. It's a small step with a massive payoff for your health. We've journeyed through the hidden corners of our bathrooms today, uncovering the shocking fails and simple fixes that can totally transform our daily routines. From the way we wash our hands to the way we flush the toilet, it's clear that small, mindful changes can have a huge impact on our health and safety. The goal was never to make you fearful of your own home, but to empower you with knowledge. Your bathroom should be a place of health and rejuvenation, not a source of stress or illness. By adopting these better habits, you can absolutely ensure that it is. Let's quickly recap our key takeaways. First, master the 20-second hand wash with soap and water. It's your best defense against germs. Second, declare the bathroom a no-phone zone to avoid turning your device into a germ mobile. Third, give everyone their own towel and wash them frequently. Fourth, remember that the toilet is not a library. Keep your visits brief to avoid health issues like hemorrhoids. Fifth, always prioritize safety by keeping floors dry and using non-slip mats to prevent dangerous falls. Furthermore, clean with a strategy. Work from the cleanest to the dirtiest areas. Use the right disinfectants, ditch the old sponge to avoid cross-contamination, and of course the golden rule, always close the lid before you flush. This simple act alone will drastically reduce the spread of airborne germs, protecting everything and everyone in your bathroom. These aren't complicated chores, they are simple, powerful rituals that, when combined, create a fortress of health for you and your family. And I want to leave you with a message of encouragement. Building new habits takes time and conscious effort. Don't be discouraged if you forget to close the lid or catch yourself scrolling on the toilet. The important thing is to be aware and to keep trying. Start with 1 or 2 changes that feel easiest to you and build from there. Share this information with your family so everyone can be on board. Together you can make your bathroom a true sanctuary of well-being. Here's to your health.